Hey guys, welcome to the Info Bite. This is the fourth part of the George Washington's biography. Here we will be discussing his role in the Constitutional Convention and his influence on the presidency. Welcome to a journey through time as we trace the life of a man who shaped the American presidency as we know it today, George Washington. His story is one of courage, determination, and an unyielding commitment to the ideals of liberty and democracy. Born in the lush landscapes of Virginia, George Washington was destined to become more than just a wealthy planter. His journey led him to the battlefields of the Revolutionary War, where he demonstrated unparalleled leadership. But his influence didn't stop there. His role in the formation of the United States of America and its Constitution was pivotal, setting the stage for the birth of a new nation. In 1787, a group of distinguished delegates gathered in Philadelphia, tasked with the monumental job of revising the Articles of Confederation. Among them was George Washington, a man respected by all, chosen to preside over this constitutional convention. His impartiality and ability to maintain order and focus during heated debates were instrumental in shaping the Constitution that would define the structure of the new government. His influence didn't stop at the drafting table. As the first president of the United States, Washington had the daunting task of defining a role that was entirely new. With no precedent to guide him, he established many of the customs and traditions that we associate with the presidency today. From the formation of the cabinet to the inaugural address emphasizing national unity, Washington was the architect of the American presidency. Yet his leadership was not without controversy. The formation of the first political parties, the Neutrality Proclamation, and his farewell address all demonstrate a leader navigating uncharted waters, striving to establish a strong, independent nation. From his election as president in 1789 to his retirement in 1796, George Washington's influence on American history is undeniable. His legacy serves as a beacon, guiding the nation he helped build. Now, let's delve into the early life of this remarkable man. Born into a planter's family in Virginia, George Washington's journey began long before he took the presidential oath. His early life was shaped by the contours of the Potomac River and the fertile lands of his family's plantation. Young George was schooled in the art of land surveying, a skill that would later serve him well in understanding and navigating the vast landscapes of America. As he grew older, Washington's path took a turn towards the military. He served first in the Virginia militia, where his courage and strategic acumen were quickly recognized. But it was during the Revolutionary War where Washington truly left his mark as a leader. Tasked with the seemingly impossible mission of defeating the mighty British Empire, Washington led a ragtag group of soldiers through the harshest of winters and the toughest of battles. Yet what truly set Washington apart was not just his ability to lead in battle, but his capacity to rally those around him. He was known for his humility, his stoic demeanor, and his unwavering commitment to the cause of liberty. He treated his men with respect, shared in their hardships, and inspired them with his vision of a free and independent nation. One of the most pivotal moments in Washington's military career was the crossing of the Delaware River, a daring and strategic move. It turned the tide of the war, proving to the colonies and the world that the British could be defeated. This victory not only boosted the morale of the American troops, but also solidified Washington's reputation as a leader of extraordinary abilities. Yet, Washington's leadership extended beyond the battlefield. After the war, he yearned for a return to his beloved Mount Vernon. However, his country would call on him once more. His leadership in the war laid the groundwork for his next big role, at the Constitutional Convention. But that, dear listeners, is a story for another scene. In 1787, Washington found himself at the Constitutional Convention, a gathering that would forever change America. The purpose of this convention was to revise the Articles of Confederation, the nation's first constitution that had proven inadequate in providing a strong central government. Washington, with his sterling reputation and credibility, was appointed as the presiding officer. The choice was unanimous. His role was crucial, not just in maintaining order, but in steering the ship of state through turbulent waters. A series of plans were proposed during the convention: the Virginia Plan, the New Jersey Plan, and finally, the Great Compromise. The Virginia Plan favored larger states with its proposal for representation based on population. The New Jersey Plan, on the other hand, advocated for equal representation for each state. The Great Compromise, as the name suggests, offered a solution that blended the two. A bicameral legislature with representation based on population in one house and equal representation in the other. Throughout these debates, Washington's impartiality was a beacon of stability. His ability to remain neutral, to listen rather than dictate, helped keep the convention focused on its primary goal. His influence was subtle but profound. He didn't impose, he guided. He didn't divide, he united. As the convention reached its conclusion, Washington's role took on even greater significance. The final drafting of the Constitution was a delicate task, and his input was invaluable. He understood that this document was not just a set of rules, but a vision for a new nation. His influence ensured that the Constitution reflected the principles of liberty, justice, and democracy. With the Constitution drafted, Washington's leadership was about to take a new form. In 1789, Washington took office as the first president of the United States, setting the stage for a presidency that would define the nation. His time in office was marked by a number of significant precedents that have shaped the presidency as we know it today. For starters, Washington established the cabinet, a group of advisors that he consulted on matters of state. This was an unprecedented move. The cabinet as we know it today, with its Secretary of State, Secretary of the Treasury, and Secretary of War, was first formed by Washington. He understood the need for a diverse set of viewpoints to make informed decisions. His inaugural address was another first. It became a tradition, setting the tone for the nation and emphasizing unity above all else. His words were a rallying cry, a plea for the young nation to come together and work towards a common goal. The title of Mr. President was another of Washington's ingenious precedents. He chose this title for its simplicity and humility, rejecting grander titles like His Excellency or His High Mightiness. This choice reflected his belief in a presidency that was not above the people, but one that served them. Political parties as we know them today were born during Washington's presidency. The ideological differences between Alexander Hamilton and Thomas Jefferson led to the formation of the first political parties, with Washington navigating these tumultuous waters with grace and diplomacy. Then, there was the Neutrality Proclamation of 1793, where Washington declared the United States neutral in the conflict between Britain and France. This decision underscored his belief in avoiding foreign entanglements, a policy that would shape American foreign relations for years to come. And finally, Washington's farewell address. His parting words were a warning against the dangers of political factions and foreign alliances. They were a testament to his wisdom and foresight, a legacy that continues to resonate today. His presidency left an indelible mark on the country, shaping the role of the president for generations to come. George Washington's influence extended beyond his presidency, leaving a legacy that continues to resonate. He was not just the first American president, but the architect of what the presidency represents today. His leadership during the Constitutional Convention, his ability to ensure compromises were reached, and his role in the final drafting of the Constitution were all pivotal moments that shaped the future of the United States. From his inauguration in 1789, Washington worked tirelessly to establish precedents. He formed the first cabinet, setting a standard for future presidents. His inaugural address emphasized national unity, a value that remains at the heart of the presidency. He also brought dignity to the title of Mr. President, a title that has since been held by 45 others after him. Politics in Washington's era were just as complex as they are today. The formation of the first political parties, led by Alexander Hamilton and Thomas Jefferson, was a testament to the diversity of thought within his administration. Washington's Neutrality Proclamation in 1793 set the tone for American foreign policy, a policy that strives to maintain peace and avoid unnecessary conflict. Washington's farewell address in 1796 was a profound message to the nation. His warnings against political factions and foreign entanglements remain relevant even today, reminding us of the challenges that come with democracy. His presidency saw the ratification of the Bill of Rights and the resolution of the Whiskey Rebellion, both of which were milestones in the evolution of federal authority. His diplomatic achievements, the Jay Treaty and Pinckney's Treaty, demonstrated his commitment to peaceful conflict resolution. George Washington's influence is felt even after over 2 centuries. His presidency laid the foundation for the United States, a foundation that has withstood the test of time. His legacy is a testament to his vision, his leadership, and his unwavering dedication to the nation. George Washington, the first American president, a leader, a visionary, and the architect of the presidency as we know it. Thank you for joining us on this journey through his life. Thanks for watching. See you next time.